Okay, so we'll start today's class. I'll just share the PowerPoint.
Hold on.
Is everybody able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Mom, are you even gonna? You wanna go in the back so we can talk? सबसे पीछे में चला जाए. So me and Chadi are next to each other. Okay.
Okay. So everyone
No,
can
but
mute, and then when it's turn for you to speak, you can unmute. Okay. So we'll start with opening prayers with a little prayer. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so we'll start with a Bhagavad Gita verse. We're going to read this verse. It's from the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 41st verse. I'm going to recite one line and I'm going to have everyone unmute and repeat 3 times after me. Okay?
व्यवसाय बोलो व्यवसाय
So we'll start the verse. Vyavasayatmika buddhir. We'll unmute and everybody can repeat, okay? Vyavasayatmika buddhir.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि
Vyavasayatmika buddhir.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि
Vyavasayatmika buddhir.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि
Okay, next line. One second. Sorry, I think something happened. Ekeha Kuru Nandana. Ekeha Kuru Nandana. Ekeha Kuru Nandana.
एकेहा कुरु नंदन
That's good. Next line. Bahu Shakhayanantascha.
बहुशाखायनन्तश्च
Bahu Shakhayanantascha.
बहुशाखायनन्तश्च
Bahu Shakhayanantascha. Buddhayo Vyavasayinam. Buddhayo Vyavasayinam. Okay, that's wonderful. So we'll go back and we'll recite again. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana. So we'll recite 2 lines together, okay? Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana.
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः कुरु नन्दन
Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kuru nandana. बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम् बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम् Okay, so we'll say the whole verse together. I'll say it once and then everyone can repeat after me. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kuru nandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Okay, we'll say it one more time together. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. One more time. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekeha kuru nandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for participating, everyone. So we'll move on to the translation of this verse. Okay, I'm not sure what the problem is, but yeah. So we go to the translation. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. So, would someone like to read the translation again? Can you see whose hands are up? Yes, Dhruv and Dhvani, I can see your hands are up. Go ahead.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you for reading. Anyone else who would like to read the translation? Yes, Satya.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Okay, thank you, Satya. Who else wanted to read, Ansh? Go ahead, Ansh.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Thank you. Atisha, is your hand up also? Yes, go ahead and read.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched.
Okay, thank you. Shlok, go ahead.
Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, The intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for participating. Did I miss anybody's hand? Did anybody else want to read? Okay, so we'll actually, to understand this verse, we will understand a story. Okay, we'll try to hear and understand about one story about Arjuna, and we'll try to understand this verse. So this is Arjuna. Who remembers who is Arjuna? Anybody remembers? Yes, I see Nitya's hand is up. Okay, Nitya, go ahead.
One of the Pandavas.
He's one of the Pandavas. Yes, thank you. Yes, Dhruv and Dhvani. Yeah, go ahead.
Arjuna, he was a great warrior in the Mahabharat, and he was one of the brothers of Yudhishthir.
Yes,
Also
very nice.
devotee of Lord Krishna.
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you so much. And anybody else would like to share something about Arjuna? Any more hands? Let's see. Okay. Yes, Dhruv was saying something.
Yes, he also had to go to exile for 3 years alone.
Yeah, they had to go to exile for 14 years.
And also after that, later on, 3 years alone.
Yeah. Ansh, go ahead. We can't hear you, Ansh.
Arjuna was a great archer, and he had great determination, and he trained without in the dark without seeing, and he could shoot, and he could hit his target in the bullseye without seeing it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, how many Pandavas are there? Anybody remembers from our last class?
5.
5.
5. Thank you, Atisha. And how many Kauravas are there? Who remembers?
100.
100. Yes, thank you, Dhruv. So there are 5 Pandavas and 100 Kauravas, and they were all training to become future warriors. They were all sons of, the royal family, and they were all becoming trained to become warriors. And out of them all, the 5 Pandavas and the 100 Kauravas, Arjuna was the best warrior, and he was the best in archery. What was his specialty? Archery. Yeah, yes, the science of how to use bow and arrow. And and he had natural talent. He was very talented, right? Everybody's talented at something or the other. Just like that, Arjuna was very, very talented. And not only he had the natural talent, but he was also having dedication. He was very hardworking. So, so just like a lion, we know the lion as a king of the jungle, right? So similarly, lion, if there's a deer, if he sees a deer, the deer is not going to automatically come to him. The lion has to chase the deer, right, in order to be able to get his meal. So similarly, those who are excellent at the work that they do, they not only have good talent, but they are also very hardworking. They put day and night into that work. So Arjuna, when he was young at Gurukul, once he was eating food, and it was night time, and there was a lantern which was burning next to him. And a gust of wind came and it knocked over this lantern, and it became dark. And he continued to eat. And he was so absorbed in thinking about archery, about how to use the bow, how to fight with bow and arrow. He was so absorbed. He was constantly thinking about that. And he was thinking, if I can eat in the dark, that means I can practice also in the dark, right? So day and night, he started practicing. Before, he was only practicing in the daytime. But then he decided that, if I can eat in the dark, I can practice how to use the bow and arrow in the dark also. And he started using sound to detect the movement of his target. He started using sound to detect the movement of his goal. And he started, so he could even, move, he could even put the arrow just by closing his eyes, or even, in the dark when he couldn't see his target. So that is such a rare skill. And he kept practicing day and night. And he became the best archer. He became the best amongst his, his peers. So to improve what we have to put in hard work. So this is Krishna and Arjuna. Which one is Krishna and which one is Arjuna? Can anyone tell?
The front one is Krishna and the back one is Arjuna.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhwani. Okay, anybody else can tell why the front is Krishna and the back is Arjuna? How did you differentiate? Yes, Satya. Let's give
Because I know Krishna's blue.
blue. Okay. Yes. And what else? How can you differentiate Krishna from Arjuna in this photo? Yes, Dhruv.
In Krishna, he's the charioteer of Arjuna, so he'll be at the front. Plus, Arjuna has arrows, a quiver of arrows on his back.
Oh, yes. That's very good. And that's wonderful, actually. And what else? I see Nandika and Nandini, one of your hands is up. You want to tell how to differentiate Krishna from Arjuna?
Krishna has a peacock feather in his crown.
Yes, that is one of the most distinguishing ones also. Krishna wears a peacock feather. Okay, let me see. Anybody else's hand is up or no? No. All right. Yeah. So that's how you can differentiate, right? The color of Krishna, who's fighting the war. Krishna decided not to fight with weapons, so he doesn't have any weapons in his hand. Rather, you can see in his hand, he has the whip for the horses. So he was the charioteer. And and Arjuna has the quiver of arrows and his bow. Anybody knows the name of Arjuna's bow? Okay, yes, Dhruv, go ahead.
Gandiva.
Gandiva, yes, very good. So that is the name of Arjuna's bow. So his name was also Gandivi. Sometimes he's called that. And he's also called Jishnu. So that means conqueror of all his enemies, Jishnu. So Vishnu and Jishnu together, right? So, so he had many names according to his different activities for different things that he was known for. So, what was this name of his mother? Anybody knows?
Whose mother?
Arjuna's mother?
I know.
Yes, let's give someone else a chance. Dhruv knows a lot. Okay, yes, Nitya. Name of Arjuna's mother. Go ahead.
Kunti.
Kunti, very good. That's wonderful. So Kunti was name of Arjuna's mother, and her name was also Pritha. So sometimes Arjuna is called Partha in Bhagavad Gita. Many names he's referred to as. Vijaya means victorious. Savyasachi means he could use both his hands to fight. Can anybody write with both their hands or just one hand? Mostly just one hand, right? But Arjuna, he could fight with both his hands, left hand and right hand. He's called ambidextrous. And many names. He's known as Parantapa, destroyer of his enemies. And his most commonly used name, Arjuna, means spotless. His fame is spotless. He's very famous. And he glows because of his fame being spotless. He glows like silver. So he's known as Arjuna. Okay, let's move on. So how many of you have seen people win something in life? Get Olympic medal or be the best at something. So yes. So you can see this Olympic player, she has won the gold medal. Okay, so she has worked very hard. She has not only had a good talent. She's not only very talented at something, but she has also worked very hard in achieving her goals. So she's put day and night effort in getting that gold medal, right? So we're seeing someone being very successful in something in life. We see that very often. So sometimes we feel, why can't I also do the same, right? And today we're going to learn how we can also become successful at something. We can also get gold medal in achieving something that we really put our focus to. So we'll see how Arjuna did that. So Arjuna was part of the Pandavas, the 5 Pandavas and the 100 Kauravas. They went to the school of their teacher. What was their teacher's name? Okay, Nimai. Let's have Nimai answer. Go ahead, Nimai.
Dronacharya.
Yeah, his name is on the screen. So yes, Dronacharya was their teacher and they were training to become warriors. So they had many subjects. They learned many subjects in their school and how to fight the war was one of the subjects. And or how to fight was because they were Kshatriyas, they were sons in the royal family. They were sons of kings. So it was important for them to learn what is the art to fight a war. So many of you have tests in school, right? How many of you get tests in the school? Everybody's hand is up. Yes. So everyone gets test in the school. So similarly, in their school also, Dronacharya had a test for them. And one day, Dronacharya, their teacher, he decided to test his students' abilities. So what he did, and this was long before the Battle of Kurukshetra, this was when they were children in the school, getting trained very early when they started their training. So what Dronacharya, their teacher, what did he do? He took a bird, a wooden bird, and he put it high up on a tree branch. And he called all his young students, all the young princes, he asked all of them to gather. And he said to each one of them, so we're going to do a role play actually. So I will need volunteers. Okay. So this is Dronacharya with all his students. And that is the bird sitting on the branch of the tree. So I'm going to ask for volunteers. I need one narrator. Who wants to be the narrator?
Me.
Okay, Satya will be the narrator. I need one Yudhishthira. Who will be Yudhishthir?
No.
Okay. Nitya wants to be Yudhishthir? Okay. One Yudhishthir. Okay. Narrator, Yudhishthir. And then I need one Duryodhan. Okay. Dhvani will be Duryodhan. And I need someone to be Arjuna.
Me.
Okay. Actually, I see Shlok's hand for Arjuna. So I'm going to, so Shlok will be Arjuna. Okay. So I'm going to put lines, and the black lines are going to be the lines for the narrator. And if you're seeing yellow lines, that is going to be for Dronacharya. Did we pick someone who's going to be Dronacharya? No. Okay. All right. Okay. So Dhruv can be Dronacharya. Okay. So yellow lines are for Dronacharya, red is for Yudhishthir, and purple is Duryodhan, blue is Arjuna. Okay, so we'll start.
Orange is for Dronacharya.
Orange is Dronacharya. Okay. So who's Dronacharya? Dhruv. Go ahead, Dhruv.
Take your bows and aim for the bird's eye. One by one, I shall call on each of you to come forward to shoot.
Hmm. Narrator. I think Satya, were you narrator?
Yeah. First, he called on Yudhishthira. When he placed his arrow on the bow and aimed.
Drona.
Prince, tell me what do you see?
Okay. Who was Yudhishthir?
Nitya.
Yes, Nitya.
I see my brothers, my teacher, Drona, the tree, and the bird.
Thank you. Yes, narrator. Satya, you want to go ahead? Narrator.
Yudhishthira was famous for never telling lies, so he replied honestly with the same answer when questioned again. Jonah then asked him to step back without shooting the arrow.
Okay.
Duryodhana was called the next.
Okay.
What
Drona.
do you see, Duryodhan?
Okay, who is Duryodhan? Oh, sorry, narrator is next.
Duryodhana, known to be untruthful, did not have a better answer, and not knowing what his teacher expected, just copied Yudhishthira.
Okay.
I see my brothers, my teacher, Drona, the tree and the bird.
Okay.
One by one, Jonah called each one of the princes, and each of them answered similarly, and was not allowed to shoot at the bird.
Okay.
Mine is purple.
So next. Yes, narrator. Go ahead, Satya.
Finally, Arjuna was called when he was prepared to shoot his arrow.
Arjuna, what do you see? Can you see me, myself, your brothers, and the tree?
Arjuna,
Yes.
I can only see the bird. I cannot see you, my brothers, nor the tree.
Yes, Satya. Satya, you want to read
Arjuna
the
was
black?
pleased. He waited a moment and asked,
Go ahead, Dhruv.
Drona, if you see the bird, please describe it to me.
I can see only the bird's head. I cannot see its body.
Jonah felt his hair stand on end with delight.
Shoot.
Yes. So what happened here? Dronacharya was in the classroom. He decided to test all his students. He called on Yudhishthir. He called on all the other students of his, but nobody could give the exact answer. But when he called Arjuna, all Arjuna could see was the bird and bird alone. And not just the bird, only the bird's head. So that's when he told Arjuna to shoot the arrow. He told everybody else to step back, to not shoot, because they were not focused on the target, right? But when he saw that Arjuna was focused, he shot the arrow. Okay, Satya, you want to go ahead and read the last part
Arjuna
of
released his arrow, and despite the long distance, was able to hit the word bit exactly in the eye, sending it tumbling to the ground.
Yeah, so he finally shot the arrow right at the bird's eye. So that's how focused Arjuna was, right? His vision, he could only see the bird, his target. All right. So here we can see Arjuna, he was a very talented archer. So he was very good at something. And not only was he good at it, but his mastery in shooting the bow, the arrow and the bow was because he was very dedicated. He would train day and night. He would wake up before everyone else to start his training, and he would go to sleep after everyone else to continue his practice. He would keep practice again and again and again and again. He would train in the dark. He would train under the rain, and he would even train with his eyes closed. So he mastered the art of shooting arrows fast and accurately. And he was very accurate. He knew exactly where he wanted the arrow to go. And in the most tough situations, he could shoot his arrow. And he could fully concentrate on his work. He was not distracted. He was not distracted by video games. He was not distracted by what other people are talking. He was not distracted by anything. His focus was like laser sharp. He knew exactly what he was going to do at that moment. Right? How many of us get distracted in the work that we do? Some of us get distracted, right? So this is a nice lesson that if we want to achieve success in our work, we have this is the secret of getting success, whatever it may be. If you want to get Olympic gold medal, or whether you want to get a medal in your school for something for your studies, or if you want to be the best sportsman, if you want to be the best soccer player, football player, this is the best, this is the secret, that if there's something that you're good at, first you have to identify it. First, you have to think about, what am I good at? You can write it down. You can write down what you're good at, and then you start working towards it, right? Or not just something you're good at, even if there is some work in front of you and you don't feel like doing it, but you know you have to do it, you have to impress your teachers, right? That's when you practice focus and concentration, just like Arjuna. He could see nothing, not even his teacher. He could not even see his friends. All he could see was the bird and the bird's eye. And that's where he wanted, and that's how he could um, shoot right at the bird's eye, and the bird fell down on the ground, right? So this is the lesson that we can learn from this, the verse that we learned today. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha karunandana bahushaka yanantasya buddhayo vyavasayinam. That the biggest problem we are facing is our mind is not controlled. There's so many things happening around us. So many, somewhere video is playing, somewhere the TV is playing, somewhere, we're trying to do our work, we're trying to focus. So many things are happening around us. But if we're very focused, we have laser-like focus like Arjuna, and we know exactly what we want to accomplish, then we will not get distracted, right? For success in any job, you have to have single pointed, unwavering attention to that. And that is very important. So that's the moral of this story. And that's the moral of this the shloka that we studied today, that we learned today. Okay. So anybody, so that's it. That's the end of class. Anybody would like to share what they liked? Can everyone share one point that they liked and they would like to work on after class? Okay, yes, Myra, go ahead.
My art.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you want to focus on, Myra?
Yes.
That's good. That sounds really nice. Thank you for sharing.
I like
Okay, who else? Shlok. I see Shlok's hand is up. Go ahead, Shlok.
I want to practice drag clicking in Minecraft.
Oh, okay. That sounds interesting. Thank you for sharing. Okay, who else? Yes, Dhruv.
I liked everything about the class and I would like to improve on my studies.
That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, Nitya. Go ahead.
Like you should focus and what I want to do is try to focus on my studies.
That's so nice. Thank you. Yes, Atishya.
I want to focus on drawing.
On drawing? That's really nice. Thank you for sharing. Yes, Dhvani. You want to unmute, Dhvani, and tell us?
I would like to focus more on what I'm doing.
That's good. Any task given to you, you want to focus on that. That's very nice. Okay, who else would like to share? Okay. Satya, you didn't share anything today. You want to share what you liked about the class?
I like the story.
You like the story? Is there anything in particular you learned from the story?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. All right. What was Arjuna doing? He was very focused, right? He was very focused at his work. So we all want to try and be focused at what we do, just like Arjuna. Okay, thank you everyone for joining and for your kind participation. We will say the closing prayers and we will end for today. Okay, so these are the closing prayers. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. So thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining. We will end for today and I look forward to seeing you all next week.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for joining.